Happy Sunday, everybody. It is getting towards the end of June. We're after the solstice, and it's been a couple months since, it's been a while since I did my last garden update, and I guess that was the beginning of May. And things are looking really good in the garden. I'm sitting here in front of my Meyer lemon tree that is outside and making some really cute little blossoms, and it smells really good. I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll take a look at what's going on in my garden. I'm sitting here, one of my patches of yarrow. Looks really great, and I'm gonna get up and start walking around. Here's my Vicks plant that I got. It's loving being next to the nasturtium here in their little pot. I decided to do my tomatoes in pots this year to try and save water, and that's been going well. I'm having a lot of success there. And let's see, I finally weeded out the grass. Of course, it's an ongoing thing. Move this hose. But it's looking really well. Looks good. We've got some Zebrina malva coming up, and the skullcap is it's in the mint family, Lamiaceae, so it's just spreading all around, which is just fine. I've dedicated this area to it, and it's totally fine that it creeps around. This is the Beaujoie, the chrysanthemum. And we've got some really great things going on here front and center. This popped up, Asclepias tuberosa pleurisy root. I planted that a couple of years ago and just thought it didn't take off, but boom, here it is. And it's up against the nettles, and then blending in with the nettles, we've got some Verbena hosta, some blue verbena, blue vervain, and there's some more skullcap, but there's a couple more verbena hiding out in here, and this is just looking really nice. Some ornamentals mixed in. This is a type of viola. It hasn't, not sure what happened there. The other viola odorata that I had that I got from Strictly Medicinal, it bloomed very first thing in the spring, but this little guy, plant entity is just now starting to bud. I think this is more of an ornamental variety, but we'll see. The leaf quality is different. It's not as soft and glabrous, and probably less demulcent, but I haven't tasted it yet. And here's some more little tiny verbena coming in. There's another one hiding out in here somewhere. So this, my gosh, my nettles. I watered this the other day. I came home and it pretty much had doubled in size. And nettles are like the cannabis plant, one of the fewer plants that are dioecious, meaning there's male and female plants. So this is looking like a male plant. Again, this is in the Lamiaceae family, the mint family. Square stems, opposite leaves, just like the skullcap and many, many other plants. It's one of the largest plant families. So the male nettles plant will have, both male and female plants will flower. The male plants, the flowers will focus towards the tops of the stems, which this one is. Maybe there's a little bit going on down here, but basically this is the male plant semen, if you will, and eventually will just become pollen and disperse. Female plants, the flowers will be along the stems, lower down in clusters. But what a beautiful And it looks very somewhat similar to the buds of the marijuana plant. Just really beautiful. And so this is where I've collected the seeds from my nettle seed gomazio, and I like to harvest the nettles and eat them. I also like to use it for urtication. The stinging part is great for circulation on your skin, bringing blood to the area. It's crazy. It hurts. Oh, and this lovely plant, I have no idea what it's called. It's somewhere in my book, but as the flowers fade, the middle parts sort of jiggle around like little bobblehead. They're very cute. I love it. And the bees. And the lilies are coming on strong, sort of drowning out an echinacea down there. This is the wood betony is huge. Again, sort of drowning out some of this bellum canda that's trying to come up. Beautiful lamb's ear that volunteered in my pot. And I'll swing around here, another bellum canda plot that I've been encouraging that's propagating. And oh, look at this tiger lily. Oh, so beautiful. And the delphinium, the colors, just amazing. We have really nice light today because it's an overcast day. I'm trying to get some rain. And this is my gigantic oregano. I let it go because the bees love it, but I did cut out a big hunk of it because there's some aster that I planted for some fall color back here that needs some space. But also I harvested it for my naturally clean home class. We made concentrated cleaning solution with herbs from my garden: oregano, yarrow, thyme. You can use basil, wormwood. There's my lady's mantle and the meadowsweet. Everything's just filling in really nicely. Some penstemon and the heliobore is dying back, but it's down there. And then there's the wintered green that I put in. It's got little flowers on it. I'm really excited. And some chickweed. I love this little area. There's some violas moving in, and then also the we'll have to look for it, but the lobelia is back there too. I was hoping for more. And then we've got our Monarda didyma, raspberry colors. And then here's my little Arnica shamanosis patch. It's going really well, and I've been going through and just slowly every day or so harvesting a few flowers at a time, leaving some for the bees, and then I just drop them right in the avocado oil and put it in a paper bag and let it sit in the sun. And because these are fresh flowers, you need to do this arnica fresh. They don't dry well. I have a technique at the end where I will, after it's sat in the sun for a few days, I'll finally heat it up a little hotter and try and evaporate off any moisture that might be remaining so it's won't go rancid. And then here's my lovely yarrow patch. You can see the yarrow starting to come into the arnica. And less grasshoppers this year. Last summer with turkeys, they really broke the cycle of our heavy grasshopper season. It's been really wonderful. No turkeys this year, but they really devastated the arnica. They just love to chow it down, and so it's been able to thrive and really establish really well. And the viola down here. Some volunteer echinacea, I think it is volunteering. And then I'll swing around. I'm really excited. I got some clary sage. I planted 2, and they're establishing really well. There's one There's two. They look fantastic. Blending in. And there's the Monarda Citriodora. And then the lemon balm is doing really great. It's sort of crowding out. There's anise hyssop behind there. It's sort of crowding out. And then, oh gosh, my lavender, two lavenders, Provençal and Head Coat. They're both known for their bright purple color. You can see this one's probably the Head Coat in the front. Bright purple color, tight clusters of flowers at the top, and they're known for stronger aromatics and longer lasting aromatics. And so this is the plant that I worked with, collecting the buds over the last couple summers to make June's patron product. And I always shied away from working a lot with lavender because I always felt like it was just kind of, everybody used it, and there was other things to do that were less common. But I'm falling in love again with lavender. I made a really strong tea infusion for one of the products, and I had some extra and made the mistake of mixing it with some other tea that I made. I brought it to work, and I was so sleepy tired. And I realized it was the lavender. It really works. The wasps are really liking this water hole a lot more. I just filled it up and scared everybody away, so they'll come back. Oops. And then I've got this amazing butterfly weed patch growing here, and if you could just smell the smell, it's the nectar of it is just amazing. Feverfew, feverfew, feverfew. And the echinacea, California poppies, doing great everywhere. I love it. They can just crawl all over everything, in my opinion. And the echinacea, lots of buds on here. So one thing I thought I would try is I heard these unopened flower buds make really strong medicine. Extra, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the constituent that makes the tingling in your mouth, so we'll just leave it at that. But I thought maybe I would try and make just a very small jar of it, because you don't want to snip off all the buds off your plants. You want to probably just do a few and test it out, because I only have the one. This is Echinacea angustifolia. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to around and say so long for this time, patrons. Get excited about your gifts. They're all about summer. And hope you all are having a good summer. And we'll see you next time I do another video update. Bye.